first time ever.
Warning acts of terror.
We are ready to engage with a two-state solution.
Some of his most senior cabinet members.
Advise us what our new economic is.
The Pakistan-Afghanistan border at Chaman has finally reopened, but only partially. After weeks of deadly clashes and a fragile ceasefire, both countries have agreed to resume limited trade and movement. This crossing, known as the Chaman Spin Boldak Gate, is not just a border, it's a vital lifeline. Thousands of traders, transporters, and families depend on it every single day. But this reopening comes with high stakes, humanitarian, economic, and political. Now, what happened? Let's have a quick take on this. The border has been closed after cross-border fighting in early October left several people dead and many injured. Talks between tribal elders and local commanders led to a temporary ceasefire, allowing trade and transit to restart. As of this week, around 400 containers that were stuck for a week have crossed into Afghanistan. About 550 Afghan families, nearly 3,400 people have returned home through the crossing. Pakistan's Interior Ministry says over 67,000 Afghans have been repatriated just in October 2025, ahead of November 18 deadline for undocumented migrants. So while the border is open, it's still heavily controlled under surveillance. This crossing is an economic artery for Balochistan and southern Afghanistan. Before recent conflicts, annual trade began between the two sides reached nearly 2.5 billion US dollars. But after repeated closures and violence, that number has crashed to as low as $10 million a year, an economic collapse of over 99%. For local traders, drivers, and small shop owners, the closure meant total paralysis. Markets emptied, transport halted, and entire communities lost their only source of income. This partial reopening brings a glimmer of hope, but not yet recovery. The Chaman crossing has also been a flashpoint of security tensions. Pakistan blames militants using Afghan territory for cross-border attacks. Kabul, on the other hand, accuses Pakistan of excessive border force and deportations. The recent ceasefire was locally brokered not by diplomats but by tribal elders, showing how grassroots negotiation still matters more than state level dialogue here. But the truce remains fragile and new violence could shut down the border again within hours. Now, this reopening is not just about trade, it is about control and confidence. Pakistan is walking a fine line. It needs the border open to revive trade and stabilize its Balochistan region, but it also wants tighter control over migration, smuggling, and cross border militancy. For Afghanistan, reopening the crossing is critical to keep supply chains alive and maintain political credibility with traders and communities along the border. Both sides know the stakes: economic relief versus security discipline. So the Chaman border may be open again, but trust remains closed, because in South Asia's geopolitics, a border is not just a line. It's a mirror of strategy, pressure, and power. That's all from my side in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.